Well, hello and welcome to Knife Delights. And just look at this little gem we got on the table today. I love it, I love it, I love it. What a vintage knife. This is a Hammer brand, and I can't quite tell what year it was made because that tang stamp is, well, kind of dirty there. So we need to clean that tang stamp off real quick, and we're going to use our wire wheel. And then we'll be able to check our tang stamp chart on Hammer Brand. Hopefully see when this one was made. Just a neat little budget Barlow. And of course Hammer Brand was originally brand by New York Knife. And they kind of went out of business in the Depression era, and Imperial bought out the trademark or the name. So then Imperial became famous for making these very budget-friendly, shell-covered knives. And they discontinued the Hammer brand, I think around 1956. And then they just started making the knives with the Imperial tang stamp. But it was basically the same patterns of knives they would use. Now there's two patent numbers, so based on the patent numbers we should be able to narrow down the date, get a date range of when this knife was made. You see here we got some stuff there in that nail pull. Start by kind of doing that. Clean that out a little bit. There's your pen blade. This was a user. This was definitely a user. And it doesn't have much walk and talk right now. We'll see with cleaning it up and getting it in the mineral oil and getting it lubed up. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get some walk and talk back. Well, let's just get started cleaning on this old gal. I just love these old vintage knives. Piece of Americana, part of America's history. They're not flashy. They're not fidget knives, but there's just something about them. And I love cleaning them up, preserving them. And this was kind of unique with those black covers on it. So we'll just start by trying to clean the blade off a little bit. Using our rubbing compound. Just give it a quick go around here. You can see there, just one little quick go around with the rubbing compound really cleaned it up, didn't it? One of these days I'm going to have to break out my whole collection of these Hammer brand knives and show them to you. Now, you always have a choice to make when you're kind of refurbishing these old knives. You try to polish everything up so it makes it look showroom new, or do you leave some character? And I'm debating here. This has got just some nice patina on it. The blade's clean. I don't know if I'm going to try to highly polish the blades or not. We'll see. We'll see. There's pros and cons. The big thing is you want to make sure you're getting any rust off of here. Don't want them to rust. Those little blades, they heat up very quickly. You can't work on them very long. They get hot real fast. So just go slow with it. If you want to highly polish using the Dremel, that's fine. But just do a little at a time. Something like that. That blade is warm. Yep. Okay. Check our back springs down in here. That could use some work. Let's hit these bottom bolsters here real quick. Get an initial cleaning on them. I do like to usually get the bolsters as shiny as I can. That just really sets the knife off. Okay, for back here, I like to use the conical here because it's a little more precise. Because you don't want to hit the covers while you're working on the back springs here. Just try to hit these up as quick as we can. Get a start on them. These covers are actually in pretty good shape for as old as this knife is. It was obviously carried and used, so the covers have held up pretty good. Okay, that's about all I want to do there. Just try to get it, make sure it's clean. You can see it's got steel liners, so they're probably not going to shine up. I just want to make sure no rust. Check our back springs here. They don't come out very far, but I don't see any rust on them. They look pretty good. I hope we can get some walk and talk back. Oh, we got some rust down in here though. Just let me get my flashlight. Show you that. See, there's some rust down in the bottom. So we'll take our 600 grit. That's my 600. I think it is. We'll just take our 600 grit sandpaper and get down in there. We'll do some sanding. Get it loosened up. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know, I'm being stubborn, ain't it? Get the top of that liner there. You see we got some rust right there. Perhaps we can get it with the wire wheel. Always wear safety glasses when you're wearing this wire, using this wire wheel, because sometimes them little wires will come flying off. I got rid of a bunch of it. Sometimes you can scrape down in there. Sometimes it's just dirt down in there. It looks like rust, but it's just dirt. And just scrape a little bit. And got some stuff out of there. Let's hit it with the sandpaper one more time and see what happens now. Loosen it up a little better. Okay. Then I think what we'll do is we'll take us a patch and put a little rubbing compound on there. Just like that. Take our emery board, get down in there. Oh, that's tight. Clean out some of that gunk. The cleaner you can get it before you put it in the mineral oil, the better. Yeah. Let's try that one more time. Just one more time here. Okay, and then take a clean patch. That's all. A lot of that's off the sidewalls of the liners here. Okay, so there's our initial pass. And what I want to do now is just throw it in some mineral oil and let her soak. Get it lubricated up, see if we can get some walk and talk. Then probably do a little more cleaning on it. Okay, back to the Barlow here. Folks, I've been working on several knives all at once, and sometimes I forget what step I'm on. I think this one just came out of the mineral oil. Looking pretty good, isn't she? Let's try to hit these blades one more time. See if we can't get it to look just a little bit better. Let's check our walk and talk here. Not too good. Half stop. Little snap there. Half stop. I think that blade's a little worn off. I think it's worn off up there. Okay, let's just see what we can do for a little bit more cleaning on it. Try to clean these out. A little bit of stuff down in there, isn't there? Maybe I can scrape some of that stuff off. Loosen it up there. There we go. A little bit of stuff in there yet. Other than that, she's looking good. Let's look down in the channels real quick here. Can't quite remember where we're at. It's pretty clean. Let's just wipe it out quick. Just check and make sure. Oh yeah, so that mineral oil will loosen up some of that crud that's on those sidewalls. But I don't see any rust down in there. That's a good thing. Okay. Let's work on this main blade here. Oh, I need to change my pad here real quick. And let's just hit it up again, shall we? Oh, that tang stamp is sure looking good now, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, the blade got warm. It got warm. Oh yeah, I forgot we got a patent number we got to look up yet, too, don't we? Okay, I'm going to let the blades cool off a little bit before I hit them one more time, but they're really cleaning up nice. Well, let's hit these back springs. Let's just hit them one more time, just for kicks and grins. Actually, I've got it sitting right here. Let's go to this. Okay. Oh, what's our next step here? You think we're ready Now I'm going to let the blades cool, hit them one more time, and then we'll probably throw it in the ultrasonic cleaner. Let's keep coming right along. We've got the old Barlow here looking pretty good. She's pretty clean. I think she's ready to be thrown in the ultrasonic cleaner here, and let's just clean out any of that hidden stuff that we can't see. Put her in there for 5 minutes and let her cook. Well, what do you think? How do you think it turned out? Let's pop the lid and see. Ta-da! We got some cloudy water there. That's probably from all the rubbing compound it cleaned out of there. We'll let her drip. Oh, you can see all the dirty oil dripping out of there. See it floating on top. So we got a little bit of gunk and stuff out of there. She looks pretty clean, doesn't she? We'll just wipe it off, wipe the water off here. And since we've had it in water, why? It needs to get lubricated again. So we'll throw it in some nice, fresh, clean mineral oil. Let it soak. Get rid of any moisture that's in this. And then we'll come back and we'll put some final touches on this wonderful old Barlow. I think we've wound up with a very nice looking classic old Hammer Brand Barlow. Now looking at this tang stamp here, there's 3 tang stamps that I am aware of that are Hammer Brand tang stamps that Imperial used when they bought them out. And this is the latest one, the 3rd one, and this would be 1945 to 55. And so this would be part of the range of the last Hammer Brands that Imperial made. They dropped a line in 55, I believe, and a lot of these knives came out with the same pattern, but they used the Imperial tang stamp on them. So I've went over this once real briefly by hand with a little bit of case paste. I've learned to do that before I use the Dremel on it. That helps remove any of the mineral oil residue and like that before you start out with your nice cleaning pad here to put the final touch on. So let's just hit up these bolsters real quick and see what we end up with. And just a little case paste here. One nice thing about these Barlows with these big bolsters on them, they usually shine up just wonderfully. Look at that shine. Oh yeah. Doesn't take much usually. Nice shine on there. Yep. Just kind of a culmination of the cleaning process. Just kind of satisfying to me to put these final little touches on. Kind of like you've painted your painting and you got a beautiful painting, but the final touch is to put a nice frame around it, right? These knives, these Hammer Brand and Imperial, these old shell cover budget knives, they were so popular. And I know they were popular because when you go in the antique stores, especially in the Imperial, you find tons and tons of these old Imperial Barlow knives. Much more than any other brand. So you know they were popular, and you know they sold a lot of them. I guess to me these are a true working man's knife. This is a very affordable knife that your average working man could afford. And it's just a lot of fun, and again, very satisfying to be able to preserve this history. Just get a final wipe off here. And you know what? I could continue going on and on with them bolsters and get them popping even more. And I could use some flits on them. But I'll tell you what we've done, we got rid of the rust. We've oiled it up good to keep it from rusting anymore, hopefully. And we've preserved it. Another piece of cutlery history. And I appreciate you watching this video. I'm happy that people enjoy watching my refurbishing videos. And so there's one more saved. So until next time, have a very delightful day.